Ainsley, thank you for sitting down with us for Faith Nation.
You're welcome, Jenna. Thanks for having me.
President Trump, he loves Fox and Friends. What's it like knowing that the President of the United States is watching?
I think it's such a privilege. I know he watches all the channels, but I think to know that he's interested in our show and he enjoys our show, I think that's a great honor. I mean, who wouldn't want the President of the United States, the greatest honor in our country? Who wouldn't want he or she to watch our show? I think it's wonderful.
Does it influence at all, or change the way maybe you talk about things or things that you cover?
No, it really does not. I'll know the news story, and I will pick and choose what I want to talk about based on how I think it's going to affect our audience. I want to tell people, I want to inform people, this is the story, this is why you need to know, this is why we think it's so important for us to tell you, this is how it's going to affect you and your family. And I grew up in the South. I grew up, in a middle-class family. I know that moms and dads work really hard, and they go to work every day to put food on the table, to pay for great Christmas presents for their kids and give them the best Christmas they can have, to send them to college, to maybe buy them, a dilapidated car, which is what my dad worked so hard to pay for that first car. And it was, it wasn't a Porsche or a BMW. We had a Buick Skyhawk, and we all shared it. And we were so grateful for that car. And Dad worked so hard for that. And I know that that's how families are. When we walked out of a room, we had to turn the lights off. When we made a collect call, Dad would tally it up and say, or make a long distance phone call, Dad would bring me the bill and say, you owe me $1.37 or whatever it was. And he was teaching us to the value of $1. And so I know that's how most families are, that most families in America are living paycheck to paycheck. So we bring you the stories, we tell you why you need to care about it, how we need to keep our own family safe, what you need to know. And so that's what's important to me. It's not because I know the president's watching and we need to have a certain narrative. And if I find something, if I don't like a tweet that he tweets out, I'll say it on air. He shouldn't have said that, but I might like that he's doing this, this, and this.
And the president, he has been bold on issues of faith. I'm wondering, do you feel like this boldness that he's portraying gives cover to a lot of Christians, to people of faith, to be more bold in how they live their lives and how they express their faith?
Well, what I heard on the campaign trail a lot was the reason they wanted President Trump to win versus Hillary Clinton is because of the courts. Many people who were pro-life wanted conservative judges in office or in those positions. And I'm realizing as we cover, we just finished covering or talking a lot about tax reform, Obamacare. We realized everything was tied up in Congress and how important it is for everyone to go to the polls and vote the way they think is best, because the judges are important, who you're going to put in office is important, because rules are decided, laws are decided based on who we all elect and put in positions. And so the direction of this country is determined by who those judges are.